Hi, everyone. Meteorologist Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. Hope everyone is having a nice Thursday morning. Got a lot we want to talk about today, so really want to go ahead and jump right in as we had some severe weather across parts of the state last night. These are the warnings that we had issued from the National Weather Service last night. Again, a lot of that severe activity was down across parts of southwestern Nebraska into the North Platte area. Again, we had a couple tornadoes reported or landspouts reported. Again, saw some good pictures of those. Again, and then kind of up in the north central sections of the state as well. Again, I saw dust storm warnings, dust storm advisories, as some of the outflow from those thunderstorms we had last night produced some extremely strong winds, and again, with how dry it's been, again, a lot of dust flying around out there. So again, a lot of warnings last night, and again, while that's one of the big ways that we get our moisture in spring and summer is with the severe weather. Not necessarily a fan of the severe weather, but certainly a fan of the moisture that we got last night. Again, not everyone saw it, but those areas that did see moisture picked up quite a bit. Again, upwards of around 2 inches, if not even more, in some spots there across north central Nebraska. Again, officially, kind of at the reporting stations, into the rainfall bucket, a little more than an inch in Valentine, just over 2 inches in Ainsworth, and just under 2 inches in the O'Neill area. But again, we can see across parts of Cherry County, Brown Rock, Holt County, down there into north central parts of the state, those areas where we see those pinks, purples, even kind of towards whites, that's estimated 3, 4, maybe 5 inches of rain, again, in some spots, which we don't necessarily want to get it all at once, but again, with how dry it's been so far this year, it was a much needed rainfall. But again, for some, not for everyone, we're hoping for maybe more widespread rainfall as we head into the week early next week, but we'll take what we can get at this point. Again, had to deal with some of the severe weather, some of the strong winds. I think there was some damage reported, but again, we'll absolutely take the rainfall. None of the rainfall that we had yesterday is going to be reflected in the drought monitor that was released this morning. Our cutoff for the rainfall is actually Tuesday, so we'll see that reflected hopefully in the drought monitor next week. But this is what the drought monitor looked like last week. Again, we had saw expansion in drought across the state, more areas of severe drought, more areas of extreme drought in parts of north central Nebraska. And unfortunately, the new drought monitor that was released this morning, if you can remember, over the course of the past week, it's been hot, it's been dry, and so we've seen drought continue to expand across a good chunk of the state. So now not only is the entire state covered in drought, 100% of the state covered in drought conditions, but we now have most of the state now, not just in that first category of drought, but in at least moderate to severe drought, with areas of extreme drought continuing to expand across parts of central Nebraska and into parts of western Nebraska as well. If you look at the change map from last week, again, these are the areas that saw drought expand at least one category. So again, basically across a good chunk of the state from west to east, we saw areas of drought continue to expand, which is, again, not a good thing. Again, here in Lincoln and Lancaster County, now seeing a mix of moderate to severe drought, which again fits with what we've had for our rainfall over the course of the past several weeks. So if you look at the actual numbers and break it down, and again, you can see what it looks like over the course of the past year. Again, a year ago, we were again, 75% of the state was drought-free. And now, again, not only is 100% of the state covered in some sort of drought, but you'll notice that severe drought is actually the biggest category there. Almost half of the state covered by severe drought, moderate drought, about 35% of the state, and extreme drought up to just under 13%. So, again, drought conditions continue to worsen across the state, and, again, will continue to do so until we continue to see more moisture. Again, we saw some last night, but, again, it was mainly focused across parts of the Sandhills, north central Nebraska. We need some here in eastern and southeastern Nebraska. This is the monthly departure from normal for Lincoln over the course of the last 12 months, so a rolling 12 months. So again, already this May, we're almost 2 inches short of our rainfall. We finished April about an inch short, and then you kind of had a 4-month stretch where, there was some moisture, but just not enough. Half an inch to maybe 2/3 of an inch shy. You got to go back to November of last year, the last time we had an above average month. And again, just 2 out of the last 10 months saw above average precipitation here in the capital city. So over the course of the last 12 months, rolling 12-month total there, we're about 5.5 inches below normal for our rainfall here in the capital city. Nationally, looking at the drought monitor, again, we can see a good chunk of the country kind of stretching from the southeast up into the Ohio Valley, up into the New England area. It looks like they're doing pretty good, but again, across the parts of South Texas into the desert Southwest do have a lot of drought conditions that continue to persist and continue to expand. Again, you look at the drought numbers nationally, again, you still have about half the country, a little less than half the country, that's drought-free. Our largest category is just abnormally dry, and again, just a pretty small percentage of the country under any extreme or exceptional drought. About 9% or so when you add them both together, the country under extreme and exceptional drought. Most of that's down across South Texas into the desert Southwest. So the numbers yesterday from Lincoln, 90 and 65, both well above average. Yesterday, record was 100 degrees. That's the earliest we ever hit 100, was back in 2013 on May 14th. We'll be significantly cooler than that as we head through the day today behind that cold front that, again, brought the rain and storms to the area last night. But with, again, our lack of rainfall, we continue to move up this list, which is not a good list to be moving up on. So far in 2025, just 3.28 inches of liquid precipitation, which through today's date, through May 15th, assuming we don't get any rain today, which really the chances are pretty minimal, we're going to be tied for the fourth driest start to the year on record, and we'll move up another spot as we head into the day tomorrow. Again, so we really need some of that moisture, but we do have some in the forecast as we head, especially into early next week, as we're watching for another round of showers and thunderstorms. Some severe weather looks like it's going to be possible, but looks like we could see a couple rounds of rain across, not just here in Nebraska, but across much of the region as we head into early next week. But for today, going to be cooler, going to be windy. Overall, the weekend looks like it's going to be pretty nice. Again, we need the rain, but if we're not going to get the rain, we'll take the nice weather, as temperatures will be fairly seasonal for us, I think, as we head into the weekend. Low temperatures this morning, anywhere from the mid to upper 40s in the west to the low to mid 60s in the east. Temperatures this morning on the Lincoln Tempest stations generally in the lower 60s as we started our Thursday. Right now, have some rain falling in O'Neill, but really, again, it's dry with plenty of sunshine for much of the rest of the state, including right now here in the capital city, where we have clear skies. Temperatures at 67 both at the studio and at the airport, but it is windy. Again, behind that front, westerly winds gusting right now to around 40 miles an hour. Dew points dropping as some of that drier air filters in. We're going to deal with a lot of wind, I think, as we head through the day today and even into the day tomorrow as well. So temperatures across the Lincoln Metro are in the upper 60s, close to 70 degrees. Temperatures across the state, 50s, 60s to Reagan, right around 70 degrees. Warm spot right now is in Tacoma. They're at 69, 68 in Omaha as well as Nebraska City, 64 in Grand Island, 56 in North Platte. Dew points, again, comfortably in the 40s and low 50s, again, and drier compared to what we had yesterday. Again, behind that front, winds, though, very strong out of the west, at around sustained at around 15 to 30 miles an hour. And again, as we approach the 10 o'clock hour, seeing those winds gusting 25 to 35 to 45, close to 50 miles an hour. And I think this is what we'll see through a balance of the day for Thursday. These winds should settle down a little bit as we head towards sunset tonight, but are going to pick right back up as we head into the day tomorrow. Satellite and radar picture, again, this is again the loop over the last 4 or so hours. Again, we can kind of see the remnants from our thunderstorms. Again, some wraparound moisture from an area of low pressure that's currently spinning across the Dakotas. That's been bringing some areas of, at times, moderate to heavy rain to parts of north central Nebraska this morning. But right now, again, as that dry air continues to move in, we're seeing that rain decrease in coverage and begin to kind of fizzle out. So we still have some lingering light rain there across parts of north central Nebraska, kind of trying to slide into the northeastern corner of the state. But for the most part, we are dry across the state. We zoom out and look at a regional view. We can kind of see that spin of that low across parts of the Dakotas. We zoom out and look at a national view. Overall, right now, things are pretty quiet for most of the country. But again, we'll be turning active again as we head later in the day today. As far as the weather alerts, there's not a whole lot. Still have some heat advisories across parts of South Texas. Here across the Midwest, we have wind advisories across parts of the Dakotas, Minnesota, Iowa, into northeastern Nebraska. Those will continue through this afternoon, again, for those strong westerly, northwesterly winds, again, gusting maybe up to 40 to 45 miles an hour at times through the day today. Again, so again, Lincoln not included, but it still will be windy as we head through the day today. So we check out Skycast. Again, some of those spotty showers will continue to be possible over the next hour or two for parts of north central, northeastern Nebraska, but into this afternoon, I think we're generally dry. There will be a small chance for maybe a quick hitting, isolated shower, maybe a excuse me, rumble of thunder across the state, but most areas are going to stay dry as we head into this afternoon. Main threat for any thunderstorms will be well off to our north and to our east as we head into this afternoon and evening into the day on Friday. That area of low pressure continues to kind of just swirl across the northern plains, so we'll watch the northern tier of the state again to maybe see some of that wraparound moisture as we head into Friday morning. Here in Lincoln, we'll likely see an increase in cloud cover with a low-end chance, we'll say maybe 20% to maybe see an isolated shower or two kind of reach as far south as Lincoln and southeastern Nebraska. Areas along and north of the interstate will have a much better chance. But again, it's going to be another windy day. I think, again, partly to mostly cloudy skies into the afternoon as that area of low pressure continues to impact our weather. By Friday evening, Friday night, though, those winds should begin to settle down and those skies should begin to clear out as that area of low pressure finally begins to kind of scoot away from the region. And then into the day on Saturday, it should be a pretty nice start to the weekend. Again, a little less wind, pretty comfortable temperatures, and again, generally dry conditions for us across the state. So as we head past Saturday, though, that's when things, again, start to get at least a little bit interesting. Saturday into Sunday, we should stay fairly quiet, not much in the way of any chances for moisture. As we head into Sunday night, though, we're going to start to increase that chance for moisture as another system begins to kind of emerge out of the Rockies. Upper-level trough begins to move into the plains. So we'll start to see at least some low-end rain chances, thunderstorm chances begin to emerge as we head into Sunday evening, but then those chances will increase as we head into the day on your Monday. Right now, it looks like we could probably say showers and thunderstorms are likely as we head into the day on Monday. This is kind of the first wave of this system because then as we head Monday into Tuesday, this area of low pressure kind of gets spit out of the Rockies into the kind of central southern plains, and then as we head into Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, this is where we could see some widespread beneficial rainfall across the state. But again, it will also come with potentially the threat for some severe weather in the area. We still have, again, several days before this finally arrives, so the forecast will change. But right now, the way things look, it looks like, again, maybe some widespread beneficial rain, but also maybe some multiple rounds of maybe severe weather across the plains as well as we head Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday of next week. But it looks like, again, that area of low pressure will kind of spin its way through the plains, bringing continued rain chances through the day on Tuesday, potentially lingering into Wednesday. And then even then another little quick-hitting system, according to the European model, looks like it could bring some light moisture to the area on Thursday. So, again, multiple chances for rain as we head over the course of the next week. And, again, when we all pile it up, when it's all said and done, as we head over the course of the next several days here, it looks like it could be some pretty significant moisture. Again, as we play out the European model here through next Thursday at 5, you can see, again, across much of the state, we'll be looking at the potential for multiple inches of rain with those multiple rounds of rain chances, which, again, we would like to see. That's the European model. If you look at the American model, it has a similar solution, doesn't have quite as much moisture, but again, there are at least signs that things could get at least a little bit wetter for us as we head through the first part of the work week next week. Now, in terms of severe weather, both short-term and long-term for today, again, that threat for severe weather is going to be across kind of the Great Lakes, and then with that trailing cold front back down into parts of Arkansas, maybe far southeastern Oklahoma. So again, well off to our east stays that area as we head into the day on Friday. No weather really expected for us for the day on Friday in terms of any severe chances. And then on Saturday, again, not expecting any severe weather. That threat will remain down to our south. But as we head into the day on Sunday, again, the Storm Prediction Center has at least parts of the state, kind of southwestern, maybe south central sections of the state outlined for the threat for some severe storms. That threat kind of then shifts a little bit to the east into south central, southeastern Nebraska as we head into the day on Monday. And then into the day on Tuesday, that threat shifts just off to our south and east just a little bit. But again, it's certainly close enough that we need to continue to pay attention to it. So again, multiple rounds of rain, multiple rounds of severe weather look possible as we head late this weekend and into the first half of the work week next week. So if we zoom in, take a closer look, Skycast, a statewide view. Again, through this morning, some spotty showers across the northern tier of the state by this afternoon. I think most areas are likely dry, but there will be a low-end chance we could see a spotty, quick-moving shower, maybe an isolated rumble of thunder, kind of move from west to east across the state. Would not be anything meaningful in terms of any moisture. And again, it should move through pretty quickly, but it will be a windy afternoon. That wind will settle down a little bit as we head into this evening, with skies looking to stay mainly clear. And as we head overnight tonight and into Friday, another kind of brush of light rain will kind of move across the northern tier of the state on the back end of that area of low pressure. Another windy day on Friday, increasing cloud cover into the afternoon and evening before that cloud cover kind of clears out as we head towards Friday night. And then into the day on Saturday to start the weekend. Less wind, a little bit of cloud cover, but overall looks like it should be a pretty nice start to the weekend for most of us across the state. In terms of the wind gusts, as we head through the day today, again, look for those top-end wind gusts to approach 35 to 45 miles an hour. I think the strongest winds will be across the northeastern section of the state. That wind will settle down a little bit as we head into this evening, but then look for more breezy to windy conditions as we head into the day on Friday. Again, basically looking at more northwest winds gusting 35 to 45 miles an hour through the day on your Friday, before as we head into Friday evening, again, that wind begins to settle down just a little bit for us. That upper-level pattern, again, kind of a little trophy here that moves through the area, and then things kind of stay trophy and stay a little active for us. We see another upper level trough, another cutoff low kind of swing through the area as we head through the first half of the week next week. And then as you look towards next Thursday, kind of setting up with some northwest flow aloft, that could again continue to lead to some additional chances for moisture before maybe an upper level ridge begins to set in by late next week. So it looks like things could stay pretty active for us over the course of the next week, this is that time of year when we want things to stay active because we need the rain. Now, as far as temperatures, we will be looking for much cooler conditions over the next week, especially compared to the last week to 10 days. High temperatures today only reaching the 60s, 70s, and low 80s, warmest readings in the southeast. So still getting up to around 80 here in Lincoln, but again, that's much cooler than we've been the last week or so. Still above average for much of southeastern Nebraska, but much closer to normal for central and even below normal for western sections of the state. Low temperatures into tomorrow morning, 40s and 50s across the state. High temperatures tomorrow, again, pretty similar. We're looking at 60s, 70s to maybe right around 80 degrees. We'll go 77 in Lincoln, 74 for Grand Island, Hastings, 72 in North Platte for Friday. Into Saturday morning, chilly, especially in the west. We'll have some lows down into the mid to upper 30s across parts of the Sandhills, but staying in the mid to upper 40s for Lincoln and southeastern Nebraska. High temperatures to start the weekend on Saturday in the upper 60s to upper 70s from north to south. Into Sunday morning, low 40s to low 50s for low temperatures. Sunday afternoon, again, anywhere from the upper 50s to right around 60 degrees for north central parts of the state to the low to mid 70s across the southern parts of the state. Into early next week, Monday, 40s and 50s for lows again Monday morning. High temperatures Monday afternoon, again, 50s, 60s, and 70s across the state. 7-day forecast for Lincoln. Again, very low-end chance for any moisture today or tomorrow, but we'll be dealing with a lot of wind, cooler temperatures. Weekend doesn't look too bad, mid-70s for highs, fairly seasonal. Saturday looks like maybe not quite as much wind. That wind picks up again on Sunday. And then we're really going to watch those rain chances Monday and Tuesday of next week. Right now we have 40%, but I think that's just being a little on the conservative side right now because it's been so dry for so long. We've seen chances for rain in the more medium to long range. They haven't panned out. So right now we have 40%. I certainly think it could be higher, but we're just kind of shooting low right now. But again, looks breezy with those rain chances Monday, Tuesday. That rain chance could linger into the midweek. You see temperatures all the way down to the upper 60s, low 70s by next Tuesday and Wednesday. And so you can see that 10-day forecast over for select cities across the state. Much cooler weather, much seasonal, if not below average, as we head over the course of the next week to 10 days across the state. Dew points, though, look like they'll continue to be held in check, so not a whole lot of humidity for us over the next week to 10 days. And those precip chances, again, kind of scattered over the next day or two, more widespread, though, as we had Sunday night into Monday, Monday night into Tuesday, with some additional lingering chances then as we head into Wednesday and Thursday of next week. 8 to 14-day temperature outlook. This takes us May 22nd through May 28th. Right now, from the Climate Prediction Center, we'd favor below average temperatures for the eastern sections of the state, above average temperatures in the west, and then precipitation chances right now would tend to lean towards drier than normal conditions across the state as well. So, again, kind of a lot going on there as we head over the course of the next several days, so a lot to keep our eyes on in the forecast. So make sure you, stay tuned and get the latest forecast details as we get closer, especially as we look for those potentially multiple rounds of severe weather as we head Sunday into Monday and Tuesday of next week. So, yeah, keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online, for those forecast details. Until next time, hope everyone then has a nice Thursday.